Thomas and friends, the adventure begins. A long time ago on the island of Sodor, there was a little railway known as the Northwestern. The smallest engine working on the main line was Edward. He helped with shunting trucks and coaches in the yard for the larger engines. And the biggest engine on the railway was Gordon. He loved pulling the express, but he didn't much care for some of his other jobs, like pulling goods trains.
A goods train, a goods train, the shame of it, oh, the shame of it.
Oh, Gordon, it can't be that bad.
Yes, Edward, it is. I am a very important engine, but thankfully I won't have to pull goods trains for long. Not after the new engine gets here.
New engine? What's new engine?
Haven't you heard? The Fat Controller is getting another engine. That last one he got, with the wooden brake blocks, was much too small to be really useful.
But I'm not small.
And talking of wooden brake blocks, James came screeching to a halt, forcing Gordon to stop in his tracks.
Oh, James.
I might not be as big as you, Gordon, but I'm bigger than Edward. And there's nothing wrong with wooden brake blocks either.
Unless they catch fire, of course. Can you move on now, please, James? You're blocking my way.
James was a bit hurt, but he cleared the track so Gordon could pass.
My brakes don't catch fire. They're just as good as yours.
Gordon didn't like pulling heavy goods trains, but he especially didn't like pulling them up the big hill on the main line. Gordon's coupling hook clinked and clanked as he strained with all his might.
I give up.
What's he up to now?
The driver said to himself. He jumped down from the cab to see what was happening.
Come on, Gordon. You're not even trying.
Ha! I can't do it. Those noisy trucks hold an engine back. If they were coaches, now that would be different.
I'm sure it would, Gordon. But we can't leave you stuck on a hill now, can we? Someone will have to do something about this. And I know just the person.
Hello?
The man in charge of the little railway was Sir Topham Hatt.
Hello?
Also known fondly as the Fat Controller. It was his job to make sure all the trains ran on time.
Oh, dear. Okay. Goodbye.
Meanwhile, at Knapford Yard, Edward was busy shunting some trucks when he noticed the Fat Controller marching towards him.
Hello, Edward. I'm afraid Gordon needs your help.
My help, sir? Are you sure?
Yes. He can't get up the hill with his goods trucks, apparently.
Okay, sir. I'm on my way.
Edward tooted his whistle helpfully and chuffed away to help Gordon. Gordon was a little embarrassed about being stuck on the hill and began to scowl when Edward arrived to help.
Hello, Gordon. I've come to push.
Ha! No use at all. A small engine like you.
But Edward didn't pay any attention, and he quickly buffered up to Gordon, ready to give him a big old push up the hill.
Oh, please, Gordon, try.
All right, all right.
And as Gordon pulled, the heavy trucks began to roll up the hill. Very, very slowly.
I can't do it.
I will do it.
I can't do it.
I will do it.
I can't do it.
I will do it!
That's it, Edward. Keep pushing as hard as you can. And very soon, Gordon reached the top of the hill.
I've done it! I've done it! I've done it! I knew I could do it!
Poor Edward, even after all his hard work helping Gordon.
Not even so much as a thank you.
Later on, Edward was back in the yard when he heard a voice he'd never heard before.
Excuse me, can you tell me where Knapford is?
But this is Knapford,
Said James.
where are you from?
Oh, Brighton, on the mainland.
The Fat Controller's new engine.
Edward couldn't wait to see the new big engine, and he hurried over and stopped beside James.
That's where all the best tank engines come from.
Is it really?
I'm really happy to be here. I've never been to Sodor before.
Edward couldn't believe his eyes. He was expecting a big new engine. This little green engine was much smaller than him. The new engine had 6 small wheels, a short stumpy boiler, a short stumpy dome, and a short stumpy funnel. Edward was really surprised.
What's the matter? Do I have soot on my face?
No, it's just, well, you're not a big engine.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Well, I was big enough to do my work on the mainland.
Wait. All I meant was, you're not as big as I am.
I may not be as big as you, but I'm very hardworking.
Just then, Gordon, the biggest engine of them all, hissed to a stop.
And who are you?
I'm Thomas.
The new engine.
Oh dear, the Fat Controller must have made a terrible mistake. I think he was expecting someone really useful.
I am really useful.
For fetching coaches, perhaps. Oh well, if you stick around long enough, you might be lucky enough to see me pulling the express. That will be a fine sight for you.
And with that, Gordon proudly puffed away.
Oh, sorry about Gordon, Thomas. I'm afraid he's often like that. I'm Edward, by the way. And I'm James.
Hello, hello, hello!
And here comes the Sir Topham Hatt.
Oh, you must be Thomas, my new tank engine. Welcome to Sodor. I am Sir Topham Hatt.
Pleased to meet you.
Sir, you're supposed to call him Sir.
Edward whispered to Thomas.
Oh, I'm pleased to meet you, sir.
I'm very pleased to meet you too. Now, as you can see, I'm a very busy man, and this is a very busy railway. So, I expect you to make yourself really useful right away. Edward will show you what to do.
The Fat Controller was so busy being busy that he stumbled on some gravel.
Oh, yes, really useful.
Before striding off, even more importantly.
Yes, right, carry on. This way, lads.
Thomas was set to work straight away. There was coal and water to collect and trucks to shunt. He tried his best to be a really useful engine.
He's a really useful engine, you know. All the other engines, they'll tell you so. He huffs and puffs and whistles, rushing to and fro. He's the really useful engine we adore.
Oops, sorry.
He's the one.
Oh,
He's the one. He's the really useful engine that we adore. He's the one. He's the one you know. Thomas the Tank Engine.
Gordon didn't seem too pleased about it all.
Oh, that's very useful, isn't it? Having another small engine to get in the way.
He's still learning, Gordon. I'm just showing him what to do.
Gordon blew his whistle, which distracted Thomas, and he didn't notice the signals changing.
Thomas!
Uh-oh!
He's a really useful engine, you know. 'Cause the Fat Controller, he told him so. Stand back in amazement, just you watch him go. He's the really useful engine we adore. He's the one. He's the one.